little bit earlier than we normally go, but hey, here we are live in the Boneyard on Friday night, man. Special
Yeah.
guest all the way from Australia. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey mate, my name is Oliver from Our Last Enemy. Yep, all the way from Australia. It's totally different time zone here to you.
Yeah, man. Like that was quite the ordeal to get kind of organized and figure out what time to go online, right?
Hey man, yeah, like is it Friday? Is it Saturday? Is it morning? Is it night?
Yeah.
So I think what so what time did you say it was over there? It's like
Mm.
5 in the
Like
evening
5:20 now. 5:20 p.m.
on
Yeah.
a Friday, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's what? It's like 7:19 on a Saturday morning, 7 a.m.
So
over
you're
here. I'm in the
having
future, man.
coffee, yeah, watching cartoons, and I'm having a beer.
There we go, man.
Right?
Total
Cheers.
opposites. It's
Hmm.
great.
So, tell me a little bit about the band, man. You guys have quite the extensive resume.
Yeah, man, we've been kicking around for the better part of a decade, I guess, over here, and making records, doing shows. We did go to the North America for a bit. We spent 3 months over in LA. That's when we recorded our first album with Christian Old Walbers from X Fear Factory. So that was a
Yeah.
really cool time over there. But yeah, we've done heaps. We've toured with some cool bands. Static X back in the day with Wayne when he was there, so that was huge. Um, Lately we've done. I think we were just talking before we got online about synthwave and those
Yeah.
Cynthia kind of metal bands. We did a Perturbator
Yeah.
tour here in Australia from France. He came over and yeah. So doing some cool stuff, man.
Oh,
Obviously, in the last year or
partner on
so,
that
it's
tomorrow show.
so yeah, not so much any shows for a while, man. It feels like forever, actually.
Yeah, right. So,
Yeah,
you guys had the joys of running with Static X and touring with them, did you not?
yeah. It was a while ago now. Obviously, as I said, it was back when Wayne, was alive.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
the
that
last tour they did here.
wow, what
So
was that like, man? That must have been all right to tour around with them while you were over this way.
yeah. So no, we did it when they came here. We did it in
Oh,
Australia
they
when they
went
came
to you
here.
guys. Oh, no
Yeah, they
way.
came to us. Yeah. So yeah, well, at the time it was like the biggest thing we'd ever done. We were just like stoked. Like the crowds were huge. So it was like sold out. Like when the curtain comes back and there's like a couple of thousand people, we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah, right.
And
Not
we were
too
still
shabby. I actually seen them. One of the last shows I seen last year before lockdown was Static X with the new singer,
Yep.
man. I thought personally, I seen Static X being a huge fan back in the day. I seen them a bunch of times with Wayne, right? And they did a great job, man. I was impressed.
Yep.
Like I kind of didn't even get up front. I kind of stayed back by the sound booth just to see the show or just to see how it was going to be, right? And fuck, it was
Yep.
fantastic, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they brought that out here as well. So I caught that as well. So yeah,
Oh,
I feel
nice,
the same
eh?
way, man. I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was great. It was a cool little tour that came out, and I think they brought Dope, who we've played with before as well, out on that run.
Yep, they're a great
And
band as well.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. But yeah, as I say, we haven't fucking. It feels like forever since we've been on stage. Like we haven't. It's just been a crazy year, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, have you guys taken this opportunity to actually like just like write music and just is
Yeah.
that go ahead.
Well, it's well, I guess so. Like we were pretty lucky in a way that just before all the shit went down, we had recorded like a full record or more of stuff, and we'd filmed a couple of clips, so we had lots of content up our sleeves. Oh, I can see you've put yeah, that's our link to our merch down there. We've got some nice bundles coming out for the record, but yeah, we've got it. We had the stuff recorded and the clips filmed and everything. So we've had some content up our sleeve over this period, which is lucky because I know a lot of people who weren't able to get out there and get it done. So in one way, that was a bit of a blessing for us, bit of silver lining there. But yeah, as soon as pretty much at the start of lockdown, we planned to release a couple of singles in the record, and we put the first one out, and then boom, the world changed, and all of our plans changed.
Oh yeah,
and just turned into a year where we put out 2 singles, and it was like we're supposed to be a bit bigger than that. But it was cool. It was cool. We still had stuff to talk about and do, I guess, with those. But yeah, and in that time, I guess it got noticed by Octane Records, a really cool independent label here in Australia, who work with InGrooves, which is part of Universal Music. So they've got a good distribution arm, and they've picked us up, and they've put the rest of the record out for us. And that latest single that I think you put up today on your Facebook page, the Long Time Coming, is the first one they've put out. We've got something pretty cool to announce Monday about something about more new music. So I don't actually.
No way, tomorrow, eh?
Yeah.
Tomorrow so, for you, it'll be Saturday for us.
So yeah, check out our socials on that. We'll put up some more info about that, but that's pretty cool about some more stuff coming out. And then yeah, and then the record comes out the week after that. So yeah, so what I guess
here with your merch, right?
Boom. Yep. So you're doing a physical run. So I know not many people do actual CDs anymore, but the labels put some out for us, which is cool. So if you're into the physical, medium, if you still like holding the record in your hand, then it comes with a cool 6-page booklet and all the lyrics and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that part, because then when you sit down, you physically hold it. The memories come back from when you first bought it, when you first heard the songs on that, and then you read as you're listening. It's just the whole experience of having that copy that's awesome to hear that you guys have that. A lot of people are going digital now. A few of the bands I've talked to, they're getting vinyl. Vinyl's kind of making a comeback here, definitely. What's it like? Vinyl still kicking over there? Or?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's outselling. They're outselling CDs now. The vinyl, that's bigger than any of that. So my guitarist, Wade, who's supposed to join us today if he wakes up from a heavy night of drinking, he's a massive vinyl head. So yeah, he collects lots of vinyl, and that's something we're looking at doing in a limited run, depending on. It really depends on interest. So we'll probably put something up soon saying, hey, if you're keen, do a pre-order, and if we get enough pre-orders, we'll put it out there. That's pretty much up to the label. But yeah, so yeah, it's physical. We weren't even sure we were going to do it. We thought we'd printed our last CD years ago, and our last record we went all digital. We had this opportunity to make some cool merch bundles that the label wanted to do with the physical CD. Get a shirt, get a hoodie, get whatever. Make these cool packs, because yeah, it is more about the merch now as well, because there is less physical music being sold. The money off streaming isn't huge, and you can't really tour at the moment, so you got to do it. It's all about the merch.
Yeah, right. Like
exactly.
We're just working on getting on with this merch deal here, so that we can have coffee cups as Boneyard stuff, right? Like coffee cups, sweaters, t-shirts, shoes.
I could fill up my coffee with in your cup.
Yeah, right. So tell me a little bit. Oh, go ahead.
See this? It's like a heat-sensitive mug, so the hotter it gets, it reveals this dude's face.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Do you guys is that part of your merch?
No, that's not why I bought that. It's pretty rare. I got that from this. Yeah, I got it from this crazy modern art museum in Australia, and it's just on the back, it's the dude who runs the gallery, and it says, it's a quote from him. It goes, "Don't put my face on a fucking mug." And then what do? They put his face on the mug.
That's hilarious, man. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about the posters behind you there, bud.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm just a massive. I'm a huge movie buff, but obviously horror movies. Really dig it, especially the 80s kind of stuff. That was kind of my bread and butter.
I hear you there, man.
I don't know if you remember. You're probably as old as me. You remember, the Blockbuster going into a VHS rental. looking at all the covers, going, "Oh shit! Oh, to see that." What? Being a kid and not being able to rent out the fucking R-rated ones and be like, "Oh, I can't wait till I can see that one."
Yeah, they had video games you could rent too, and then popcorn, man. It was like a whole Friday night going to Blockbuster, or Saturday night was a huge thing. You got ready, you were all excited. You got there, the doors would open, and it's just movies. It's like, like
man, it was the best. I loved it.
yeah.
But yeah, so I got a
Fantastic.
big DVD collection now. I got like it's just like all horror. I've pretty much like made the horror section of Blockbuster appear in my apartment. So
Bought
I've
the
been
last
collecting for
store
ages.
out, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, my friends treat me like a rental. They come over and go, "Oh, let me borrow that one. Oh, that's sick."
Make them sign the sheet, give them a little card.
Take a little down payment.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's awesome. So what the fuck's the weather like over there? Because we're just coming into our spring. So, like, is it
Yeah.
fall, winter over there right now? It's fall?
Yeah, we're about to come into it's fall, yeah, so autumn we call it, but it's and it's going into winter, so it's getting colder. So yeah, we're again everything's the total opposite down here. So we're like,
that's kind of cool, man. Now, I do have a question that goes back to when I was in high school, man. We had one of your Aussie high school teams came all the way to Canada, and they were playing in our district, and they played a bunch of like our little local teams and stuff. So when they came to the high school and stuff, they said, "We have a company called Roots." Now I'm understanding that Roots is a different word for you guys, or what?
yeah. Now that you mentioned that, when I was at university, there was a girl from Canada, and she had a Roots like jumper on. I was like, "Oh damn!" Yeah, it does mean something very different over here. It's a bit of a slang for
Getting it
I don't know.
on.
Did they tell you? Did they tell you?
Yeah, they told us, right? We knew right away because everyone like that was big when we were in school. You had a Root sweater on, Root pants, you know what I mean? Root t-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Apparently,
So
we
yeah.
got in trouble because Root sponsors our Olympic teams and stuff, and we came over to you guys for the Olympics the
Oh.
one year. I forget. I can't tell you
Oh.
what year it was, and we were all sponsored by Root, right?
Yeah. That's right. That would have been 2000. That's when we had the Olympics.
2000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So yeah.
huge.
Hmm.
Man, that was a party. Our city was just going off for like a few weeks. It was just awesome.
So
I
you're
remember it.
in Sydney?
Yep, Sydney. That's correct.
Oh, no, eh?
Yeah, man. I love it.
So what's that like being right there? I
It's
gotta
good,
ask
man.
because
I
I've
guess.
been close to Toronto, and then
Yeah.
but it's not quite the same, right?
Yeah. No, man, it's good. It's like it's like any other kind of, metropolitan big city. But I kind of like, I guess I'm in like a suburb, so I'm not right in like the CBD, like the main bit with all
Hmm.
the high rises and all that. But it's not too far away. It's 20 minutes down the road kind of thing. Um, yeah, big city, man. Pretty cool. Good music scene, or it used to be.
I was gonna ask you, like, before the shit hit the fan, like, what were some of the bands like your local scene like? Like, was it pretty hopping or?
Yeah, yeah, it was good. There was a bit of a There's a few things going on. We had a few things happen with the government brought in some like lockout laws, I guess, around the city, so you couldn't be out too late in certain areas, and
Hmm.
to curb like crazy, drunken violence and stuff that was going on. But it really kind of hurt the live scene because we couldn't stay open late enough to play gigs, or people wouldn't come out because then they wouldn't get home in time and stuff. And like, yeah, it kind of like shut down a lot of venues. So to be honest, it wasn't in the best shape before the pandemic, and this just absolutely destroyed it.
No
But it's
doubt,
slowly
right?
coming back. We got like limited capacity shows happening, sit down shows, which I know they're not the same, but it's at least something's happening. But as of, I think it was like a few weeks ago, we started doing shows where people could stand up, and that you could stand up, like wow.
Yeah, actually go, right? Like, I got a couple of friends here that frequent like the dance clubs and stuff. They just love dancing. That's what they do, and
Oh
they
yeah,
go to the club after you couldn't even dance. Like dancing, you weren't allowed to dance. You
nah,
had to sit at your table. It's like you can
yeah,
do that at home. At least at home you can dance around and stuff.
exactly. I know, man. Like, what was the weird rule here? You couldn't, if you had a drink in your hand, you couldn't stand up. You had to sit down. So, like,
Huh.
when they took that one away, everyone's like, "I can stand and drink. I'm a free man." Stand and drink. It was the
No
best.
joke. Hey, that's crazy.
I
That's
see some
weird.
like little
Oh, go ahead,
little.
man.
I just noticed on the side here, there's some chats. I think some people asked some
Oh,
questions.
yeah. Check it out. I can't see it on my end right
You can't
now.
see it? Oh, okay.
No,
How are
no.
things
So,
down under? Looks like you are open for business. Oh, we're just talking about that. Thanks, Doug. Yeah. Yeah, we're opening back up, which is great. As I said before, I think we've come out the other side. We've done pretty well compared to a lot of other places. You know, you guys doing it tough. Europe and especially, you know, even India now. Like it's just going crazy in other places. We kind of come out the other side okay. So yeah, slowly opening back up for business here. As I said, you can stand now. You can stand and have a drink. You can stand and watch the
yeah.
band. But we
That's not bad.
we still haven't done a show because we've got Wade, the guitarist, who is going to join us. Hopefully, if he wakes up from his induced coma, he lives in another state to us, so we're kind of like the band is kind of separated across.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we often have different like lockouts between the states if shit goes down. So it's even been harder for us than most bands to get together to even jam, you know, let alone do a show because sometimes his state's locked out from our state. And yeah, so we've only really gotten together a couple of times in the last year to even hang out, let alone play. So it's been really tough and weird, but I think that we're on the up for us down here. So fingers crossed.
That's good to hear. We're kind of like that here right now. We can't leave Ontario. Like I can't go to Montreal. I can't
Right,
Alberta interviews there, right? Like I even though
right,
I'm an
right.
American, like I'm dual citizenship, so I can go back and forth. I'm
Yep.
technically still not allowed to cross the border because I'm not technically working down there. So unless I take a job down there, then I could just cruise across. But right now, it's
Yep.
just been weird not being able to travel because myself, fuck, that's what I do, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been super weird.
but we've figured out how to do this right now. Instead of having me
There
to
you go.
spend what $7,000 I think it is for me to go to Australia for a couple weeks, we can do it this way right now.
That would have been cool though. Come
Mm.
down,
No,
do a
it's happening
40-minute
soon though.
podcast, stay for
Probably
2 weeks.
next year. Maybe 2 weeks once the world opens up. Yeah, I'm definitely planning a trip down your way though. That's for sure, man. Because right now
Cool.
I
You
think
ever
I'll just
been?
stick. Pardon?
You ever been before? Never been? You ever been
No,
down?
not to Australia, not yet. It's definitely on my list of places that I got to go to though, right? So right now
Yeah.
I've been all across North America, most of Canada now, other than out west. Um, I've been in Alaska, right, over to Cuba a couple times. Um, Traveled a fair bit. Now it's time to branch off, either go South America. I've been down to Mexico a couple times now, and usually, like last time I went on like when I went into Mexico, I walked across the border, left my car at the hotel in El Paso, went and partied for a while. When I come back across, all I had was these new sunglasses that I bought, a bag of fucking tequila, and my Canadian passport. Right, so I get to the border, and the girl just looks at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm walking, right? Canadian passport all the way in Mexico, right? She's looking at me all suspicious. I'm like, I'm getting fucking raped here at the border, that's for sure. She let me through, didn't search me or nothing, let me through. But when I walked into Mexico with my friend and I, she it was like 50 pesos or 50 cents to cross the border and didn't even have to check in when I went into Mexico. Didn't show my ID to nobody, nothing. But coming back, oh shit, man, that was quite the ordeal.
Oh, bit
Yeah.
different going the other way, I've heard. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
When I was when we were over there, we went down to where was it? I think it was San Diego because we drove down. We got comp tickets to like a Motley Crue show on there when they did that tour. I forget what record it was for, but it was the one.
Oh,
Anyway, we went down there and
yeah.
got in. It was cool. And I think we went near the border. We're like, oh look, this is the closest we'll get to Mexico. But yeah, we went through like there was like a checkpoint we had to go through, and they're looking at
Yeah.
us and stuff. Like, yeah, it looked pretty hectic, but
Oh,
yeah.
it was weird when I was leaving and driving. Like I was heading down to, I think at that point I was heading to either Louisiana or Alabama. I can't remember which state I was heading to at that point. And I got all of a sudden there was this like line pull over. Fucking, I pull on over, fucking border check, but so the guy once again the guy looks at me in my shit car. Fuck that, I'm driving barely off the road at this point because I just killed it driving across country. I hand him my Canadian passport. He's like, "What are you doing?" Like in the middle of the desert, fuck, just cruising around. No, don't worry about what I'm doing, man. Just so you know. Fuck, that was a great time. I
Nice.
think it went just over 11,000 miles or something. 23 states, couple countries. Fuck, it was great.
Wow.
I couldn't find one person to go with me, man, so I just took off by myself. I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Solo. Here I go.
Hmm.
Oh, dude, I just noticed something trippy. So I was looking down the bottom at your logo, Boneyard,
Hmm.
and then I checked out this. I got this cool necklace here, right? It looks like your logo.
Oh my God, that's awesome, man.
It was just looking at
Yeah,
me. I was like,
yeah.
what the hell? I don't know. I don't know. Just popped out to me. It's fate, man. We're supposed to do
Yeah.
this.
No, it is. Here we are, man.
Here we are.
I'm so happy to have you guys on today, man. This is great.
Awesome.
Especially
Yeah.
all the way from Australia, right?
Yes. 7:40 a.m. now. So
Oh.
yeah, the sun's coming out. And you guys, what,
Here's
6
some,
p.m. now or something? Getting close?
yeah, about 10 to 6. 20 to
Yep.
6, sorry. 6 p.m., yeah. Here's some Pit Viper sunglasses. These guys are fucking good shit.
Cool.
But yeah, here's another link to some of your stuff there. So you guys have new stuff. I guess you can't talk about it just yet. I got you on a day early. Some new stuff coming out, eh?
Yeah, so we
Can you brief that a bit, or
yeah, I can give you the exclusive. No.
right on, right on.
So yeah, as you just put up that, thanks for putting up the video, man. That was our latest single, long time coming, that came out a couple of weeks ago now. Which is yeah, it's had a great response. It's definitely a bit of a I guess compared to the rest of our back catalogue, it was kind of a bit more on the melodic kind of side of things, not as hectic. Which was cool. A bit a bit catchy. It's got a bit of a hook to it. So it's getting played a lot on the radio over here. Even like non-metal radios are playing it. Like the more commercial radios are playing it, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
Not that was the intention, but that's cool. And
yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of been a bit of a door opener for us into kind of a different kind of market as well. But funnily enough, the next song that comes out is like 100 times heavier. So I don't know if that will scare people back off, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that myself personally. Well,
Nice.
so I've seen the video today. I finally got a few minutes. I know I've been listening to your music on Spotify driving around, and you can find
Thanks,
it on
man.
YouTube. You got Apple Music as well, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
what was it like shooting that video? How was that?
Yeah, man. So, like I said before, we shot that just before lockdown. So for us, it's like a year ago, like over a year ago. It's just like, wow, we did that so long ago. Like we look different now. Like I've got a beard now. I don't have a beard in the video.
No,
Like,
I know, right?
but yeah, it was good. It was 2 day shoot. We shot it with this production company they're called Her Name Is Murder Productions. So really cool. They're two brothers. They're they're originally from Australia, but they live in the Netherlands now, and they've been doing a lot of a lot of big stuff. Like they did the last Sepultura one. They did their whole documentary, the Sepultura doco that came out recently. About the making of kind of thing for the last album.
Looking forward to watching that. Actually, I've been
Yep.
huge in the since I first heard them. I guess they were instantly a huge fan of them. I've seen them probably 5 times. Soulfly and Sepultura.
Yep.
Kind of when they separated and stuff, I made sure I followed both sides. You know, they're both like amazing bands, but they're also one great, awesome band at the same time, right? Like,
yeah. So so those guys did the clip. They flew over. They were in Australia for like a month or two, and they did a couple of bands because they're in, they're in demand now. They're doing a lot of good business. So we're lucky to get in there and got a spot with them. They remembered us from back in the day because we did one of their first clips with them back when they were starting out. And then they've kind of hit the big time overseas. So it's cool that they remembered us and they came back and gave us another shot. And the clip was great. It was like we did the first day was like on location, and we just put like a Facebook call out saying if anyone sees this, please come down to this address. We'd love to shoot something. And then a bunch of people rocked up. We're like, oh sweet, and we just gave them all pizza and beer, and they were happy.
That's a great idea, man. I gotta write that down in my book of things to do later.
So yeah, it was cool. We shot like that crowd kind of scene, and then the next day we went to an actual studio and did the more narrative kind of stuff and some cutaways and some extra bits with the actress. And it was really cool. It was a studio above a place called Sydney Prop House, so it's like where all the movies and TV shows go to get all their props and stuff. So it was this huge like warehouse of like everything you could think of. Like I need this old TV for an episode I'm doing that's set in the 60s. Oh, there's 4 of them over here. I need like a mannequin for this. I need like an electric chair for this scene. This is that everything, random props. I need like a mummy's case, like from the pyramids and stuff. You know what I mean? Like. Just everything. So it was a cool day.
No,
like
in
between takes, we just go down there and run around and take photos of each other doing stupid shit, like sitting in the electric chair and stuff.
That's awesome. I would too instantly, man. That's the first thing I do. Give me a fucking selfie of this thing, right?
That's right. So yeah, it was cool to shoot, man. And as I said, we're really lucky that we got it in just before everything like hit the fan. You know what I mean? So we had this content ready to go, and it's got lucky, man.
Oh yeah, friends of ours over at D-Spell, we just had them on. Well, once again, they just had their I got them 10 minutes after they finished the lyrics for their new album. But they're having to shoot their videos kind of guerrilla style right now because of the way of everything is. Budgeting as well, right? And it's just unreal. But I'm looking forward to seeing their stuff come out. Being all old school kind of filming ways to do it, right? So
yeah, man. Sometimes that turns out really cool. Like I like that old school vibe. That like we said before, VHS like vibe, you know.
Yeah, right. They're like that goth D&D style kind of music. Very interesting, and I like it. It's got a really good vibe. So I'll send them over your way. Maybe you might like them there.
Hells yeah.
But how about the? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say on your comment about like guerrilla style. Last year, in the middle of it, we decided to put out an extra single, which we hadn't planned on. I guess we're just making the best of a situation before we could put an album out, and obviously couldn't shoot a video, so we kind of just shot some stuff at our own homes in like our garages and our basements on our mobile phone, just being stupid, and we sent that to Wade, at the guitarist, and he just edited it all together with some stock footage and some effects, and we did a guerrilla one as well. That one's called The Holy Ones. So if you guys want to look up Alice Enemy, The Holy Ones, that's our lockdown guerrilla style video that we did. It turned out pretty cool as well. So they can work, and I think they have a cool aesthetic, a cool vibe that's different to like a big production, which can be cool as well.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do now with the technology. Like right now, I'm having a little custom streaming fucking thing made, so I can be a little more tech savvy. It's all new to me, right? And
Yeah.
it's actually I'm going to be able to record at home now because I'm having the problem. I can't get into the studios; they're all shut down. I can't go do
Yep.
this, I can't do that. And as a solo independent artist myself, why don't I just have my own thing at home anyways? I'm doing it all myself technically in that sense anyway. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
why
man.
not? So I just invested the money, but on the same hand,
Is you do that? I'm doing the same thing as you.
yeah,
Starting to
right
try
on,
to set
man.
up a little home studio, get that stuff done at home.
Got all this extra time, why not, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, to be honest, the first 3 months of lockdown, I think I was the opposite. I didn't feel motivated. I just like drank and ate for three
I did
months.
the same, man. Like probably the first 3-4 months, dude, it was just nothing but booze and food.
Same.
Waiting, because it's only gonna be 2 weeks, they said, right? Yeah, now I'm
That's right.
broke.
That's right.
Now I got all these empties to take in because I haven't worked, and like, well, I worked all the way through personally, but we were
Yeah,
deemed essential on a few. Like I worked for a few different companies, and then all construction, and then I do this on the side, right, as a passion of mine. So
yeah,
no different than the way you guys write your music. Like you do it just because it's just a passion. You have to do
exactly,
it
man.
almost in that sense. It doesn't feel
Totally.
right now.
I know. And thank God, we all have day jobs too on the side because we would have been broke as all hell.
Yeah, we'd all be around the same hobo fire.
Oh man, oh man.
uh,
But yeah. So
um,
I guess but it has pushed us, as you said, to doing more things like this, like setting up home studios, figuring out how it works, finding other ways to get out there and keep going. So
yeah.
we get through.
Oh, here's my guy that normally runs the backstage. He's like his power just came on. It's like it's all good, man.
Nice.
We got it tonight. Let's see. Yeah, I'm surprised I was able to do it tonight. I don't get my equipment until next week, right? So I'm all running off my tablet, which is why I kind of shitty fucking camera view here, and then my phone, which has got a smashed screen. I'm trying to see what hit the fucking right links and stuff, right?
Oh man,
Yeah, a lot going
that's
on.
cool. That's cool,
I
man.
think that's
We
for
are
us
the
there.
underground, man. We are the
Yeah.
underground. This is
Oh, I
like
appreciate it, man.
pirate radio.
Yeah, pirate radio. Hey, man. Highway pirates. That's a joke at work.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah, man, I'm always joking. We'll just rob people, drive down the highway, and just jump into their car and take their car and stuff like highway pirates, right?
Crazy, man. Yeah, my best friend moved to Canada for a couple of years to do some work. He
Yeah.
went to I think it's called Banff. It's like
Oh, Banff. That's out BC
yeah,
then. Yeah. I hear it's
yeah. He went there
awesome.
for I think he worked at like a snow place, snowfield or something, doing something skiing.
It's all, yep, ski resort. That's all like high-end boarding area, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
So
my stepfather. Oh, ripped my headphones out. My stepfather's fucking. He's got a nephew or something that's out there that's running a pretty big fucking company. I always said, "Oh, I'll come out and work for him. Come out and work for him," and then I never did. I should have.
yeah, he said it was a bit of a party scene too.
Yeah, that's what I hear. There we go.
Someone sent you a message. Sarah said you'll have a sweet setup soon, TJ.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
her. It's actually her old man that's doing the build for me. So,
Sweet.
yeah. Yeah, what else are other people saying? Check the comments real quick.
Yeah, just having a look
I
now.
can't see them. Yeah.
Maxine says, "Hey, g'day."
Oh, Maximum. Yeah, buddy.
Maximum, that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kyla feels like she's going into lockdown 3,579. Yeah, it's like they keep coming back.
Yeah.
They keep coming back.
They
Just
do
when
though,
you
right?
think you're out. They pull you back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had a few too, like, snap lockdowns. It's like, what? I thought we were out. No. But to be honest, we've had it better than most. I said this before, I'll say it again. Like, we've been super lucky. Like, we cracked down pretty hard at the start. And I think that's what needed to be done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
See, that's
yeah.
at work. We were like, why isn't everyone done working? Like, why don't we just shut down for fucking 2 weeks or 3 weeks and just
Yep.
call it a fucking day? Nobody owes nothing. Nobody, and then you just March 21st, you pick back up. All of a sudden, it's back to the real world. You know, and I don't know why the world can't work like that, but
Yeah, I know. I guess, but yeah, I guess we did what we had to do. It was real tough, but obviously it's a bit smaller population here, so it's obviously not going to be as hectic. We were lucky that way, and we're a bit of an island. Like, our country is literally a giant island, so we're just
yeah, you
it's
could
not like
technically just cut off from the world if you wanted to
exactly.
lockdown, right?
That's right. That's right. It's not like Europe where like you walk 2 feet and you're in another country, so it's just like every like.
Well, that's where our problem here in Ontario. We're the highest density in Canada, and that's where all the fucking cases are here.
Yeah.
So they've got us. We can't even leave our province right now. The other provinces are like, no way, man. You're not coming here. But you can't blame them. Nobody really knows what's going on. There's so much information out there, one way or the other. How do you
Yeah.
play it? How do you deal with it, right?
Yep. That's it. That's it. Well, we'll be ready for the next one in 100 years. They come every 100 years,
Yep.
don't they?
Yeah, anyone that does their history, right? Yeah, the Spanish flu was only about 100 years ago, right? So
Exactly. My grandma was like, she's like, your great grandma, she caught the Spanish flu and survived and got out the other side. I'm like, cool. She set me up with the right DNA to survive the next one.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're already a step ahead of the game, man.
I got a call. Kevin Moore says,
oh, go ahead.
Kevin's like, you guys are awesome. I don't know if you mean my band, because if you do, that's awesome. But if you mean me and TJ, that's also awesome.
yeah. Kevin there, he's one of our number one fans, man. He always watches.
Sick.
I'm pretty sure actually he makes like bracelets and necklaces for people at like Kevin Makes Jewelry Instagram. I think so. I'll have to get a hold of him to find out what the links are.
Yeah, send me a link. Like I said before, I just found my little I'm gonna call it my Boneyard logo necklace.
Oh, it's off hey, you got the one and only that's out there, bud. That I know
of. It's cool, man.
Yeah. So you guys got merch and stuff too, eh? Like you guys got sweaters and shirts and
Yep. So we got, I guess, as I said before, like, merch is where it's at now. So we're doing lots of kind of bundles.
So you
can buy. That's the one. Thank you, man.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So you can grab the CD. As I said before, we're printing up CDs for the first time in a while, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can grab it with a T-shirt as well. The T-shirt looks pretty sick. It's the cover art, which is really cool. And then you can also get the mega bundle, which has got like the CD, the shirt, the hoodie, which you saw, which has got print on front and back and down the arms. You get a tote bag as well, so you can put it all in a bag and carry it around with a sick ass logo on there, and it's got the EP cover art on, I think. So yeah. There's a few options there, so just trying to do.
Yeah, check it out. I'll be clicking on that later for sure. Checking out what they've got.
Awesome. And if
I'll try to get a little piece of merch or something from every band, pretty soon I'm going to be just working to buy merch from everybody.
Oh man,
I wouldn't have it any other way,
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's a good hobby.
yeah,
it's a good collection,
right? Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, man. So you can also, if you can't get the physical, then we'd appreciate if you flicked us a pre-save on the on the Spotify, or a pre-ad on the Apple Music. There's
link right here.
There's the link.
Correct.
Thank you. That's it. That's like a link tree. So that's got your link for Spotify, for Apple Music,
Mhm.
Deezer, and it's also got a link there to the merch stuff as well. So it's all in there if you want to use that one handy little link. So, but yeah, all that kind of stuff helps now, man. Like it's all about the streams and that kind of stuff. So pre-saving us really helps because it gets those streaming guys to pay notice to you and maybe chuck you on some kind of playlist
Yeah.
or something. So all helps, really helps.
No, and you guys, I have actually 16 songs I've already hearted by you guys when I found out
Woo!
when I was talking to your manager or the new promoter. Mish is how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Misha. Yeah, she's a publicist. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we signed up to Octane Records, as I said before. Really cool new record label down here in Australia. Distributed through Ingrooves, Universal Music. So yeah, she's been working with us and our management and hard drive agency to help us get stuff like this out. So she hooked us up, man. So it must be
Yeah.
good.
No, hey. All right. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure her and I have an interview tonight at 9 o'clock our time.
Sick.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna find out, and I'll let everyone know after, But I think that's how it rolls. I know she went back to bed after I was talking to her this morning, right? So.
It is really early here, man. It is really early
Yeah. No,
on a
I appreciate
Saturday.
you getting up Saturday morning to do this, man, because that was a bitch
Man.
working the time out, man. Like, because I'm
Oh
dealing with bands
yeah.
now of South Africa, Ireland, right? I have you guys in Australia. I have many more coming out of Australia now, right? And then
Yep.
I have
Yep.
4 or 5 out of South Africa that are slowly going to be coming on the show, right? Plus, I'm dealing with my bands here. I got bands out west. It's like, what time is it? I have no clue. Like, fucking, I just like when you go to the airport, you have every time zone up on the wall. That's what I need here, man, in my room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. You got to have all those different clocks set to the different times, like across the.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. I have my maps. I just haven't set it up, man. Fucking my roll down map. Because I just moved in
Oh,
here, right? So it's got all the little
nice.
spots of where everybody is dotted on the map, right?
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. It wasn't even, but for us, it wasn't even like what time. It was also like what day. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 p.m., but what day is it there, man? Like, do you mean the day before the day? Oh my
I
God.
know,
We
yeah,
got
because
there.
I'm saying like Friday, saying Saturday, like fucking, but it's Sunday for you and Monday, like
Yeah, man. We're in the future.
yeah, that's
You know,
crazy. What's it like
I
in the
know.
future, man?
Whoa, man, it's like Saturday morning cartoons.
I know that's my favorite part about Saturday too.
Nah, man, it was yeah, it's I had to, only have one bottle of wine instead of two last night in order to make it here for you this morning. So
Oh, I appreciate you being an adult about everything. You know?
I can't
That's
say the
awesome.
same
Thank you.
for Wade, who said he was going to join us, the guitarist from the
Yeah.
band. I think he kept going and just never woke up.
That's all right. He probably just screamed the boneyard all night as he's drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. You guys are definitely going to be on the show again anytime. We'll definitely
Oh, awesome, man.
organize. Make sure you guys, when new stuff comes out, let us know. Right?
Yep.
Obviously, we'll be in touch and
Well,
looking forward.
yeah, man, that'd be great. Now that I know you can have multiple people on, I can get the whole band
Yeah.
on. You know what I mean? Like we'll do it.
Yeah, we could
Let's jump
squeeze us
on.
all in, man, and try and squeeze something out.
Yeah. well, well, like we said, I guess it's a silver lining of what we've been forced to do. Like normally, there's no way we would all get in the same room, to be able to chat with you, or even you come here, etc. But now we can all do it from lockdown. So it's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So, it's pretty cool how and I never knew about any of this. I always, like I said, I would fly there, set my shit up, and then we'd all sit in the fucking table and then, do the interview. But this is
Yeah, yeah.
definitely helped me out financially on being able to still have you guys on the show without, working 6 months to be able to even come and interview you guys, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
it's an honor to have you on today, though, man. You guys are fantastic music, man.
Thanks, DJ. Cheers, man. It's great to be able to, yeah, as I say, do a Canadian show from Sydney, Australia.
Yeah, right. That's kind of cool, though, you know.
Yep. Yeah,
But
we definitely want to come over there, man. Like, I honestly, before all this shit went crazy, we were talking about, Europe and the States, North America and Canada and stuff, like coming over, do shows, looking at tours we
mm,
could jump on, and obviously, saving up to make it work. And yeah, then things just went a bit different.
I know, I know. I
So I
was
just hope all that,
actually supposed to
yeah.
go to Rock and Ram Festival in Germany and cover all that
Oh,
year, man. And like my
fuck.
whole world crashed. I didn't do a show. Like I didn't even do any like fucking vlogs in my car or anything. I was so saddened and hurt by this lockdown. And then I was like, fuck it, pull your fucking pants up, learn how to do something different, and boof, here
Yep.
we are. It's like couldn't have been happier in that sense, given the fact that now I can have anybody on in the world. Now it don't
Definitely.
matter. But
Yeah, man.
that would have been sick, man. I would have been there for like 7 days or 14 days. I forget what I was booked and stuff, right? But so I've
Whoa,
got my
man.
credits for the airline, so I'm just waiting to cash them in, right? So maybe it might be an Australian trip or a South African trip, and then to
Hey,
Australia. Who knows, right?
man. Who knows, man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't know how long till, yeah. I know that like individual places are getting better or worse, but they need to all get better to be able to travel between each other. You know what I mean? So
No, exactly.
it's
And
tough.
then,
Hopefully we can get all those plans back on track, and we can come there, you can come here, all that kind of shit.
oh, I can't wait for that because when you guys do and you're able to tour here, I definitely have my little festival area finished building and stuff. So there
Oh,
might be a
awesome.
little stop for you to come on over and just play on my stage, man. Because
Yeah,
we're in the middle of
love
building
to.
it this year while we're on lockdown. I don't think there will be too many big shows technically here and definitely in Canada. So I'm
Yeah.
betting on the next year, and that gives me a whole year to build and get everything organized and figured out. But once the world opens and you guys are able to travel, definitely keep us in mind, man, because we'll have a stage for you to play on every time you come. At least one stage. I can't guarantee you more than one. But
That's
it's a
awesome.
pretty sweet stage. It's in the middle of the woods, right? So it's fucking
Yep.
kind of private and everything. And
Cool.
yeah, so
Yeah, man. Sounds like the
yeah.
start of a horror movie, man.
Hey, just might be something we'll guerrilla film in the woods.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, cool.
So,
Do some fucking
yeah,
Blair Witch shit. Man.
yeah. No, so do you got any local bands that you want to give a shout out to before we wrap things up today, or?
Yeah, man. So represent Sydney. We've got our boys in Nouveau. I'll send you the link for them. Uh, Salem, another band we've been playing around. Shout
They're
out
on
to, yeah.
they're on the list of bands actually Salem there that I was talking to, and they'll be coming on soon.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome,
I'm
awesome,
trying to
awesome.
make. I really kind of wanted to do July or June, Australian month with all the bands you guys have coming out. Not to interrupt, sorry, but
No,
it's
go.
booked up real quick, man. So I'm thinking maybe July. I'll know tonight when I talk to fucking Miss here, and
Sweet.
we'll just have the whole month. Just all the bands from Australia. We'll have Aussie month here in the Boneyard. Every
Yeah,
show will
man.
be a different band for you guys, right?
That's great. Yeah. Aussie takeover, man.
Yeah, right. Why not, right? Like I try to bring the local scene from around the world. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
whether
man.
it's your local scene or my local scene, these bands need to get out there. You know what I mean? They need to be noticed, right? So
Yeah, man. You're doing an awesome job. Like I was gonna say, really appreciate having us on, and all the stuff you're doing for bands, especially with everything that's going on. We need this kind of shit, man. So you're keeping it going. You're keeping us up, keeping us alive, and yeah, man. Really appreciate it, TJ. You're a legend.
hey,
Cheers, mate.
anytime, man. Like I said, you guys are welcome on anytime, bud. But if you want to
Cool.
finish up some shout outs, anybody you got to give a huge shout out
Yeah.
to and congrats.
Shout out to Misha from Overdrive PR for setting this up. Really appreciate that. And she's obviously hooking you up with some more Aussies, which is cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Shout out to Octane Records for putting the record out. There's a link down there, as I can see. If you guys want to pre-order, pre-save, that would help us a lot. Comes out May the 14th, so Friday the 14th, almost Friday the 13th.
I know. I was almost gonna say, man, that would have been perfect. Fuck
So close. Day after my birthday too, so it'll be a big one. So yeah, if you guys could jump on that, couple of weeks till the record's out. There's a few singles, 3 singles out already with clips. Check those out. Never Coming Back, The Holy Ones, and Now Long Time Coming. And something new to be announced on Monday. So keep a check on our socials for that.
A couple days early, but we'll hit you up maybe one day. You know, we'll have you back on for sure once more shit comes out and fucking.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah, guys. So thanks for having us on. If anyone can subscribe to any of our socials, Facebook, Insta, YouTube, hit us up. Spotify is a big one for us now. All about that streaming.
Yeah, I've got you on Spotify already, and I'm making up a Boneyard playlist of all the bands and my favorite song by you guys, and then I'll make up a little thing just for you guys, and I'll make sure I put it up so that everyone can find where your shit is.
Yeah. And thanks everyone who's tuned in, like Kyla, Kevin, Marie, Doug. Everyone has been asking questions. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks again, TJ. You're a legend.
Hey, anytime, man. It's an honor to have you guys on, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys again soon. And we'll call her there, man. Play it loud, play it proud, baby.
Catch you later, man.